America is always best when it is operating close to its founding ideals. Among those founding ideals is that it's our country and we should care about it and we should take care of it.
College work study.
Kennedy Cultural Center.
Age Discrimination Act.
The question that people have is, how do we get back to such a progressive agenda? They can look to the past to see examples.
Aid to Appalachia.
Urban mass transit.
Scenic rivers and trails.
We have stellar moments in the history of our country. We can experience that same euphoria by seeking things that we haven't done, that are there for us, and we're going to do that. The best of American life cries for.
I hope it may be said 100 years from now that by working together, we help to make our country more just for all of its people. I believe at least it will be said that we tried.
Here are some of the bigger laws that were passed during the Great Society. Medicare is health care for the aged. You have to be 65 or greater to get health care today. Medicaid is health insurance for those who fall below the poverty line. Now, right now, in 2020, you can actually be slightly above the poverty line and still qualify for Medicaid. And that's what's going through the Missouri legislature right now. There are those who want to make that even higher, and the people in the House and Senate say no. So there was an initiative petition that had been passed around, and I believe I read in the paper today where it had enough votes where we will get to vote in November to increase the number of people on Medicaid here in the state of Missouri. Of course, that's President Johnson on the left, the gentleman with the glasses that is sitting down. That's President Truman. Right behind him is Bess Truman. And then the gentleman standing between Mrs. Truman and Mrs. Johnson is Hubert Humphrey, Vice President of the United States. Head Start. Head Start was begun by the Great Society. I don't know if any of you, when you were very young, were part of daycare. Now, I know both of my kids went to daycare, and the daycare that we sent them to reminded us that that daycare was a Head Start, where they could learn to do their basics, the tie your shoes, know your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Now, both of my boys, when they started kindergarten, my oldest son started kindergarten at Cedar Hills, my youngest one started kindergarten at IC. Both of them could read at about the 2nd grade level. I'm very proud of the fact that both of my boys were able to be far, far advanced in their reading skills, and part of that was because of Head Start. Those two are not the only examples, though. If you watch the video again, you'll notice that there's lots of examples of the Great Society. It was under Johnson that the interstate highway system was expanded. More roads are put under the interstate highway system. Of course, today we have I-70, I-44, I-55, we have I-29, I-35. The interstate highway system allows us to get from point A to point B very quickly. Well, we are finished with this particular lesson. I am sorry because this is going to be a two-parter on the video again. I normally try to keep the lecture under 30 minutes. For some reason, YouTube will only let you put 30 minutes, and then you have to go to a different system. And that's what happened a couple of days ago, and that's what will happen again today. So you have until 11:59 to submit your material. Remember, if you submit your material late, it will not be counted. So let's get this stuff done. And a final reminder, we have a quiz on Thursday, April the 2nd, that will be taken at home.